All right, let's get to another big controversy going on right now. Two of the hardest hit states with this new Delta surge are Florida and Texas. The governors of those states have banned mask mandates, including in schools. But several school districts are going against those orders, including Dallas, Austin, and Tallahassee. Then yesterday, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis threatened to withhold pay from school officials in retaliation. All right, so Dr. Kohli, again, let's put politics aside. We all want our children to be safe. So from a medical perspective, what should our children be doing going into school this fall?
Every single child should be wearing a mask because there's so much Delta in our community, and our children, most of them under the age of 12, are not protected. So Sam, I want you to be the vaccines. Al, you're going to be the masks, and Jeff, you're going to be keeping kids out of school. Okay, those are the three breaks that we have on this virus: vaccines, masks, and keeping kids out of school. Kids under 12 can't get the vaccine, so Sam, you're out. Jeff, it would be unthinkable to keep kids out of school for another year, so you're out. So what is the only mitigation measure that we really have for this susceptible population?
Yeah. Coming through for DBL Nation once again. Y'all welcome ahead of time. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sending kids back. Yeah, obviously my youngest is going back to school for the first time at 7. He can't be vaccinated, so this is hitting home for me.
Yeah.
Dak, I want to talk about kids wearing masks. Is this detrimental to them in any way, like growing up, or is this going to stunt them in any way socially?
You know, we talked a lot about that last year because that was our big fear. But we now have science to support that it really doesn't seem to have an impact on how kids recognize other people's faces. So this is a study that came out of University of Parma, that even if we're half covered, we can tell if somebody's mad, if somebody's happy, if somebody's angry. So that's really not an issue. In terms of the tolerability and the ability of kids to tolerate the mask, I think if you put a nice cloth mask on a child, they can probably wear it all day. And Al and I were joking a few minutes ago that if you're in middle school, it covers up your acne too. So
that would have helped me. Yeah, great.
Me, I had the horrible acne.
Not good for Proactive, but yeah. Anybody else?
Proactive?
Those infomercials got me. I was like, look, 30 days.
An acne statin, did you use that one?
No, that one seemed scary.
For me, it was the braces. I wanted to cover up my braces all the time.
I have to say, too, kids are so resilient. I think it's how you present it. And Jeff, you always talk about being positive, and how you shape someone's mindset is going to affect them later on. So I say to Sophie, listen, put on your mask. It's like a costume. She gets excited about it. I don't instill the fear in her, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. I kind of want to go back to the story a little bit and make Dr. Kohli part of this panel. I don't understand where the incentive is to send out stimulus checks and put people on unemployment, and then at the same time, you're telling people not to come to work unless you get that vaccine. Do you see where that collide may come in sometimes as a society?
Well, you're saying that we shouldn't be incentivizing people to get the vaccine?
Well, I think you definitely should, but if I could stay home and get a government check, right, and not be yelled at or fired from my job, just sit home and collect unemployment, or I could choose, listen, I want to stimulate the economy myself and go back to work, but I don't want to get vaccinated. That's where the rub is in America. Do you see what I'm saying?
Unemployment runs out, though. Unemployment runs out, and I think a lot of people do
But the
want
stimulus
to work.
checks are still coming. Unemployment's still coming.
So do you guys know
what's the incentive? I'm saying if you want to go back to work, but you don't want that vaccine. Am I making sense at all or no?
I get you wanting to go back to work, but and Dr. Kohli, I'll defer to you. I would think your office would be like, I don't care what you want. We want to stay open. We want the lights on. And if we have an outbreak here, we can't have that. So I think that's why they want you to come back to work, but come back safe.
All right. I feel like nobody wants to talk about this.
I do. I think we got to move on. But yeah,
all right,
I'm like super into that.
Let's move on. Yeah.